everyone's Jackel Wolf back in Skyfactory 4 with another 5 minutes. That's how I did it. Now, if you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through the advancement book. Last episode, we did the going on your permanent record, which was to fill a real file cabinet with a folder that contains at least 1 million items of any type and then right-click it. Unfortunately, it turns out that this advancement is broken, and I was a little disappointed. That was my 50th, episode, advancement, and I put a lot of work into that. It was 5 hours to record it. I cut it down to about 1 hour with a lot of speed runs in that. Check it out as well. It is I'm really happy with the video. It's a disappointment that I did not actually get that advancement, but we know we got it. It is one for the books, but this episode is going to be a little different. I have received a request. Somebody has asked me how to show off how to make this glowing chorus fruit. This is something that if you eat it, it'll end up giving you 2 minutes of creative flight, and you can stack them on top of one another. It is actually a really, really cool thing. Now, we've got the glitch armor, so, we don't really need this in our world, and it itself is not specifically a advancement, but one of the ways to obtain it does involve going to the end. Now, that is something we have not done in this world. We've not created the end cake. We've not gone and done where's the boss. So that is one way of doing it. There's also a second way, which actually we're going to do first. The traditional way of going to the end actually involves you going to the end and then coming back and then going back to the end again. That is kind of ridiculous. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the easy way first, and then we're going to go travel to the end and show off how you would do it that way as well. So to start, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to craft ourselves some Shulker Seeds. Now, these are not part of the mob seeds that you had to make to get that advancement. These are above and beyond. But to make Shulker Seeds, it is a purple dye, beetroot seeds, and a chest. It is super, super simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and place this down here. I have got a chest full of watering cans. Now, this is the watering can trick. We used it a whole bunch when we were doing the mob seeds advancement. But the trick is you take one in your hand, you put it into your offhand, you shift, you activate it, and then you go and you grab all these other watering cans in here. What it does is it really, really increases the grow rate. That makes this super, super simple. And then we're going to go shift, turn it off. And actually what we can do is we can throw these back up here because we do not need them anymore. And we'll take that watering can out and put it back up as well. You can use this with pretty much a full inventory of watering cans. As you can see, that grew up one pretty quick. If I was doing a bigger field, more would do it, a little bit quicker. But what we've got now is we've got a Shulker, a fully grown Shulker, but it's kind of locked in stasis because it's, it's a plant. So what we need to do is we need to break it and then hit it really quick, avoid those guys, and there we go. And perfect, we got it on the first drop. Let's go and you gonna come back? There we go. Okay, so that's taken care of. What we're looking for is a Shulker Shell. So what we're going to need to do is combine this Shulker Shell with a blank deep mob learning data module. But to create one of those, we are first going to need a block of coal and some redstone. So we're going to need to place the block of coal down. If I right click on there, it puts that piece of redstone on top of the block. That's not what we want. What we want to do is we want to actually left click on top of that and we get a brand new item. This is the Soot-Covered Redstone. We're going to need 2 pieces of that. We've done this before when we were doing the deep mob learning, but we're going to take those 2 pieces of Soot-Covered Redstone, 4 lapis lazuli, 1 gold ingot, 1 block of stone, and a redstone repeater. That gets us a blank data module. I'm going to take that blank data module, I'm going to take that Shulker Shell, and what we've got now is a programmed Shulker data module. So this is what we're going to need to make or to obtain the pristine matter for the Shulkers that we're going to need to run through the loot fabricator to make the glowing chorus fruit. But what we need to do now is we need to level up this data module. So what we could do is we could make a whole bunch of seeds here. We can plant them out. We can do them one by one and build up that way. I'm going to say that is the easy way. It is certainly, probably it's the closest to farming. What we are going to do actually is we're going to go to the end, and we are going to do more the traditional way that we would have to do it. So again, this is to get an advancement into the video. There is an advancement to build an end cake and to go to the end. Actually, before we do anything though, let's open up that Deep Mob Learner. We're going to throw that Shulker data module in there, and then we're just going to close it down. And actually, let's throw it up into our offhand, and then we get down in the bottom corner there. So what we're going to need to do to make an end cake is we're going to need a bunch of Eye of Ender. That is the simple Ender Pearl and Blaze Powder. We're going to take that Eye of Ender, we're going to put it in a crafting table with 8 total Eyes of Ender and a vanilla cake. That gets us our end cake. And there you go. There is our first advancement, Beaken a Caken, which is to make a end cake. So we're going to go throw that one down like we've done before. And actually, let's go and throw on our helmet. That way we got our creative flight here. We're going to right click on that cake, and we should appear in the end. Now you can see up at the top, there is an end dragon up there. He is dying. And there you go. He is already dead. There should be a bunch of experience down here. There is no end dragon in the end. I do believe they are farmable. We've got an egg here. We're not going to go grab it this time. If we went through this portal here, we would end up, basically, getting the end story again. Hey, you've won Minecraft. Congratulations and all that. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to take an end pearl, and without looking at an enderman, there should be a little teleportation pod to get us to an end city. There we go. There it is over there. So we're going to come down. We're going to take this Ender Pearl. Now, I grabbed this one from my world. I've already been, mass producing them, but you could, take on some Endermen up here. Flight makes it really easy. If you hover above them, they can't get you. But, you can get at them. So we're going to take this Ender Pearl, though. We're going to go and throw it into the end city here. And there we go. We're going to go back into our flight mode. There is our way back. And here we go. Now, there's a couple other things to grab here. We could grab an elytra. We could grab a whole bunch of other things. What we're just going to focus on today is going after the Shulkers. So if we look, here's the Shulker right here. Same thing as before. We got to be quick. And he is teleporting. Come on. There we go. Oh, and he got me. Okay. Because I'm using the glitch armor for creative flight, his powers don't really get me. You will start floating up. All you got to do is sort of activate your flight suit, and you can kind of gain control again. It is a little bit of a problem, but you can see down in the bottom there where it says faulty model, 5 to go. We now are starting to train this data module. So again, I can go around here. I can, basically keep killing these guys over and over again, or I can go back and do this, farm this using the seeds, and I got hit. So again, I got hit with one of these things. Not a big deal. We can actually probably just smack one of those out of the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kill about 5 of these to get this module up, and then we're going to go back and we're going to finish off this episode. So I'll see you guys at the end of this. Okay, guys, so there you go. I've leveled this up to a basic model. I can go and I can keep doing this right here, but I'm not going to waste everybody's time doing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head back, and I will see you guys here back at my base. Okay, guys, so we are back. Like I said before, I've leveled up that deep learning data module. We can take it out. We can hit shift on it. It is just a basic tier 1. So that means we've only got a little 5% drop chance when we start running this through the simulation chamber. But what we're going to do is we're going to take that Shulker data module. We're going to place it up here. You see, there's that 5% chance. Ideally, you're better off leveling this all the way up to, I think self-aware is the highest level. But we're not going to bother doing that right now. What we do need, though, is some polymer clay. To make polymer clay, it is 1 gold ingot, 1 iron ingot, a lapis lazuli, and 4 pieces of clay. Get you that polymer clay. So with your upgraded Shulker data module, or any data module that you've got, you can take that, you can throw the polymer clay up into it, and for some reason, the power's not working. And I thought I set up the power. Give me 1 second here. Oh, look at that. I missed something here. We go power. I think I've actually got cable, maybe. There we go. We got a whole bunch of energy cables here. I don't know how I missed that one. My face is red. So we go back up here. And we'll just throw that down so I don't fall in the hole. So it is now running in here. Pristine procedure procurement failed. All right. So again, we've only got a 5% chance. I think with the self-aware, you end up getting a 25% chance. So that's like a 1 in 4 chance. This is a 1 in 20 chance. So this is a very little chance of us getting what we want. But what we will get as a byproduct is this pristine Shulker matter. Shulkers do drop them when you kill them themselves. So that's how we got these 2 down here. But if we were to let this run, we would end up getting more of these, and we can kind of take them over to a loot fabricator. We've built both of these previously, so I'm not going to get into how we have done those, but they are all part of the deep mob learning. If we take that pristine Shulker matter, we can throw it in here. It now gives us an option of what resource that we want. What we're going to look for is this glowing chorus fruit. So we're going to click on that. It's going to consume that pristine matter, and it's now producing some glowing chorus fruit. What it's done is given us 2 here, which is good. That's exactly what we need. You could probably automate this whole system, especially if you got this up quite a bit. You could automate the polymer clay being added as well. And I'm kind of hoping we're going to get lucky. Let's just watch this one really, really quickly. And procurement failed. Okay. Now, unfortunately, when you are leveling these up, you cannot use the trial keys. The Shulkers are not part of that. You've got to go and, probably plant them all manually, break them 1 by 1, and, level them up that way. That would be the easiest way to do it. But what I want to do really quickly, the whole reason that we were doing this glowing chorus fruit is that if we eat this, it gives us creative flight. Very similar to the glitch armor, except this one's got a timer on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and eat 1. And there you go. See in the top corner, I've got my flight there. It is 157, 155. So it is counting down. If I stop, the timer stops as well. So it only uses a flight while you are flying. So, you can jump. It doesn't affect it. You got to actually double click it and start flying. And there you go. So the other good thing about this is you can stack these. So you can have a whole bunch of these ready-made stack. See, I've got almost 4 minutes of flight there. If you want to get rid of it, if you do not need this flight anymore, we're going to go milk. I've got some milk in my system ready to go. And let's go pick a place we got a little bit of water. And we're going to go up. Hopefully I'm judging this right. And all we're going to do is drink the milk. And there you go. And then you lose your flight. And I no longer have that. It is no longer an ability. So this is another way for creative flight. It is an interesting way. If you're doing the deep mob learning, though, I mean, the glitch armor is a step along that way as well. So that is pretty easy as well. But I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you guys did this one a little bit different. I would love to hear how many other different ways there are out there to get that glowing chorus fruit. But that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as well. If you did, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Jackel Wolf. Also check out the description below. There will be a link to my Discord page, as well as a link to my brand new Patreon page. Patreons get their names at the end of all of my videos, as well as things like early access to a lot of my videos as well. So if you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy this content and you want to support, stop by, check it out. But that is it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.